Then there was a visit of Rahul Gandhi in UAE, Dubai. That is where I met Dr. Aarti Krishna. So politically I can tell she gives me a lot of guidance. And I was a localite, right? This North Indians and NRIs facing any problem, they used to come with me like, bhaiya, bhaiya. If your passion is true,
you can go for it.
You will achieve it. And my first statement, beg, borrow, steal or hang yourself.
You have to get it done.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
My name is Abdul Shakeel, and people right now they call me Dr. Abdul Shakeel. So I have pursued my architecture in MIT Manipal, and then I practiced for few months in India. Then my parents told me, you have a brighter future in Saudi Arabia. So my brother was working there. So I just moved to Saudi Arabia in like 2012. It was July 13th, if I'm not wrong.
So was it right after the graduation or?
Few months after graduation.
Okay.
So I am from a Bari community. And my blood was, boiling blood. So I faced a lot of interviews. The first interview itself, I got selected. I worked there. I didn't get paid for 2-3 months.
Oh.
So after that, I decided like I'll try for some other job. And when I was applying, and I was based in Jeddah then my friends were there in Jubail. They called me, come back to Jubail. So when I wanted, next day was my flight to Dammam. But then I got a call for interview in Saudi Bin Laden, for Makkah Haram project.
Was it related to your field itself, architecture? Or?
In Saudi Arabia, it always happens, like related or not.
You'll get a job.
Yes. No, it depends on you, your caliber, of course. And then I got a job in Saudi Bin Laden company. I worked for a few months. When I was working, there was a friend and relative of mine. I can call him as my mentor. Whatever I am today, because it's of his guidance. He's in Canada right now. His name is Zamir Abdul Rahman. So he was working in a company. So he used to tell me, Shakeel, you need to know your value. How much you will sell yourself for. So attend interviews. I used to attend random interviews. And 95% of the place wherever I've gone for the interview, I was like, they used to give me the offer letter. So I used to hip-hop, skip jobs, and and I was on a free visa then. In the end, I had that thing in my blood that I want to become a businessman. So for you all to understand, I was the youngest project merchandising manager for 3 brands, L'Oreal, Garnier and Maybelline.
So you used to work for all 3?
Yeah, 3. So it comes under one umbrella. So I was the youngest, and I've just gone from Manipal and Derlagatte to Saudi.
Project manager.
And then I see people, holding my name outside the airport, taking me to 5-star hotels to stay and everything. I'm working with, all Westerners. So it was a new culture for me.
And this job, you got it in Jubail or in Jeddah?
No. In Jeddah, I was working in Jeddah for a few months. Then I got a job in Riyadh. Okay. And where I was working, it was an agency. There, the GM of L'Oreal, he had come. So he saw me and he asked my boss that I want this guy. So my boss saw it, he looked at me and I was looking at him because I was taking care of many things there. Do you want to go? I told, why not? It would be good for you. I would give more business to you. And then I had to go across the interviews. The HR in L'Oreal was very strong, 1-2 level of interviews, and the third one was GM. GM already selected me, so it was easy for me. And there it was a turning point for me.
From there?
From there it was a turning point because I started seeing the world.
What was the position again in L'Oreal?
A project merchandising manager.
Okay.
So what is the responsibility for?
So responsibility is for all these 3 brands, as I told, I had to identify agencies who can do below the level advertising.
Marketing agencies.
Yeah, not only marketing, it is called below the line advertising. In-house, like product launch, all the POS materials for that, all the brand guidelines we had to maintain, the printing works, the stands, the retail units. So all those things were under my responsibility. So it was a new field. I was working on the other side, but
Yeah.
I got into the mainstream. So then always I wanted to have an agency who I was handling few agencies, right? I wanted to have such agency. With that, after a few years, I resigned my job and I started with small.
At the age of, just to understand.
Age of 25, 26, 27, something like that.
Okay. so
After how many years of job that is?
You don't ask me how many jobs I've done.
How
Every
many?
2 months I was like, skipping jobs because for me it was like to elevate myself.
Correct.
You won't believe, for 10 days I worked for Samsung also. Samsung, when I was in L'Oreal, I faced an interview with Samsung and the pay scale was double. Okay, I went, but then I was not satisfied with the job. I came back to L'Oreal.
They agree.
Many things have happened like
Okay.
this. Even Saudi bin Laden, I had a manager called Abdullah, Sheikh Abdullah. He used to like me a lot. That was my second job. Even I left the job there for 3 months. I called Sheikh Abdullah sir and I told, sir, I want to come back. Anytime he told. I went back there. Because people were liking me and I wanted, to know where I am, and I wanted to explore different horizons of what is happening in Saudi Arabia.
Why do you think that people always didn't mind calling you back? Like, what was the trait you think Dr. Shakeel had that?
Then I was only Shakeel.
Okay.
So people, maybe they loved me or something. I cannot praise myself.
No, which character?
Like, what is a trait that people should actually look out for?
See, you give me any task, by hook, by crook, I do it. Beg, borrow, or hang yourself. Complete the task.
So you were a doer.
Yeah, it is a jugaad. As I told, we are Mangaloreans. We eat a lot of fish. It comes in the blood. By jugaad, you have to finish the task. I tell my team also, beg, borrow, steal, or hang yourself. Finish the task.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, of course. And whatever you're doing should have that ethical values.
That should be
Fundamental.
never compromised.
Exactly.
Okay, so you were telling Bin Laden, you came back, you worked again, and then after how many years did you start this venture of yours?
That's what I told you, right? It was somewhere around 2015, end of 2015 and 2016, mid.
26, 27-year-old.
Yeah.
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 You were
3
married
years.
that time?
No, I just got married.
Okay.
I just got married. And I had, this responsibilities, quitting the job. And, always you don't have that reserved fund after the marriage.
That safety net.
Yeah, you don't have that. And I didn't have the runway also to take off my team, the factory and everything. But I had trust on myself and, it's basic thing. So as I started the business, 1 month it was a struggle.
The business was primarily into?
Could you explain about
The
business?
agencies
Yeah.
which I was handling when I was in L'Oreal, same below the line advertising, I had to set up an agency which will run along with the factory where you manufacture also things.
Okay.
Supply and installation also. So I was a master of that because I worked in the client base. So I know what client is looking for.
What are the pain points and etc.
Exactly. And one interesting point is, until now, I have not knocked the door of L'Oreal, Garnier or Maybelline.
In
Why?
spite of that, you working there.
Yeah. Why? Because my first agency where I was working, it was their clients. I tell my team also, in business, you should have ethics. So I have kept my ethical value until now.
That is a very rare thing that people actually stick to when it comes to these kind of things. where people are ready to compromise on these things.
Exactly.
So that is commendable. So now it's been how many years since this agency of yours?
Oh, right now it's almost 10 years.
Okay.
I guess, yeah, it is 10 years.
So it's only the below the line advertising, or
So now we have different departments. And we started with Jeddah, the factory. Right now we have a factory in Dubai. Okay. We started with a team of 5 to 6. Right now we are 200 plus. Okay. Along with that, we have different departments wherein we do fit outs also, interior fit outs. And I have few other businesses which is not related to these. Okay, where and I'm not handling it directly. We have CEOs who are handling it. A few of them in Saudi, few of them in UAE. And right now, before just 1 year, I've started a contracting company also in India.
in India?
Yes, exactly.
I thought it must be Saudi because we Mangaloreans always tend to have.
No, my dream is to come back to India. I want all my businesses in overseas to go on autopilot mode.
Come back.
And I want something better in India than Saudi and UAE.
Why is that so?
Because I see there is a lot of scope here. Okay, we went, like it was one point of time, I thought there is like scope in Saudi and UAE. Yes, there is. I'm not denying that. But India is a populated country. The population itself speaks that there is scope here. Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out things and settle myself in India in another couple of years.
What is the story behind you becoming Dr. Shakeel? Like, did you study or was it?
It is not completely studying. Actually, there is like honorary doctorate. Okay, so I never knew about it in detail. It so happened during COVID or something, there was like a lot of charitable work my trust was doing.
Okay.
Okay, based on that, few of the reporters, they had to submit a report to one of the universities. You know, these reporters have many things with them. And one of the reporter, he called me and he was asking details. I asked, why are you asking this? So he told, we are applying for a doctorate for you. So I asked, are you kidding? No, he told, we are not kidding. For the work you have done for the society, we want to try something for you. So they created all these reports and everything, and they submitted it to University of Argentina.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So it so happened, out of so many people, they selected me from India. So that is where I got it.
So even regarding the charitable trust that you run, so just so that the viewers also know, like how did it start? What was the motive behind it?
Okay, for me, inspiration is my mom. She's no more now. But I used to see my mom giving a lot. Okay, the other day also, it was Friday yesterday, and someone was ringing the bell in the afternoon. Me, my friends and my family were sitting in the dining room. I just went and saw there is an old man. So I thought I have to give some money. I just gave him some money. And in between, my Babi goes out and see, not only for money, he comes every day for food, like randomly. So it is like that. My house is like that. There are people for breakfast whom we don't know, but the ladies in the house, they know it. So it came from my mom. So I was doing a lot of charity work. So one fine day, my friends, they told me, why don't you start a charitable trust? Wherein you go in a proper route, proper channel. And in future, it will help you also in tracking many things. So I'm still not tracking things. It's random because this charitable trust is funded only by me. So we don't do this crowdfunding or collect money for a purpose.
We don't see any QR codes anywhere in any of your functions.
Only QR code was sent for the Kirat program which was held. Okay. In that, the call center boys were getting call from ladies. This QR code, it is not GPay, it is not PhonePe. How do we send money? It was for registration. That was the only QR code.
Which was there.
until now. So journey, it happened like that. And in between, I have a gym, a fitness club in Mangalore. I hope you are aware about
Shacks.
it.
Yeah, Shacks.
Shacks. So I wanted to keep Shacks Charitable Foundation or Shacks Foundation. But again, my friends interfered. They told, no, it should be under your name. So it came under my name, and then amended it with doctor because I got doctorate.
Doctorate.
Okay, and it's going on.
How many years it's been?
It's 10th year anniversary.
year.
10th year.
Yeah.
Okay.
So regarding the growth, I mean, we spoke about your business. You started an agency, and how was it in the beginning time? Like how to get the clients, or what was the difficulties? Could you let us know more about the details?
Exactly, because
The
we started with like 6 to 7 of them. The
Like
team.
Mangaloreans?
No, not. It's not about partners. I'm speaking.
Okay.
I'm speaking about the workers.
Okay.
The designer, accountant, or a carpenter, or a painter, or something like that. It was like 6 to 7 of them, and searching for clients. I was doing some
Subcontract works.
wherein I didn't want to. It's just for survival we were doing it. And one fine day I went to a client, and that client, it so happened when I was in L'Oreal, he was dealing with me. And he just saw me and he's like, Shakeel, what are you doing here? I told, I've started up my agency. I came to, ask if there is some work for us and everything. So he just gave me his card, told me contact me tomorrow. And after that I got a call from him. We went, we did our briefing, and their GM had a new launch. It was called Store of the Future. Like us, experienced agencies, they gave few samples. Everything was rejected. We submitted a sample which was immediately, approved by their GM.
Sample is? What?
Sample of a product.
Okay.
Of a product. So that is where it was like you say, breaking the ice. Then I never looked back. With that we started, scaling one by one, step by step. Until last year, the company didn't have a salesman. It was my sales.
The connections you built.
In the first 3 years. First 3 years, whatever sales I have bought, we have kept the clients happy. We have blacklisted few clients.
Blacklisted also?
Yeah, because of the payment issues and everything.
So blacklisted them completely?
Yeah, we sent them an email. I don't want to name the brands. It was like big brands.
Okay.
Don't misunderstand. It is how it was. And then people used to ask me, like, it's good that you have a salesman and everything. I was telling them, let's go with the flow. And recently, like it's 1.5 or 2 years, that one salesman is being injected. That's it.
That's all.
That's
so you're
all.
not at all looking at increasing the sales. It's just
No, it is increasing. The sales are being increased because of our company's name.
So
Okay. So clients, as of now, they come to us because we have that reputation in the market. 2 consecutive years, we won the best award in retail me sector in GCC. Which
GCC is the whole.
whole GCC in 1 year, 2 consecutive years.
So your quality speaks
Exactly. Quality service also.
louder. Okay. Like your background was into architecture, and then you went into job for like 3-4
Exactly.
years, and then you started business. Didn't you feel any difference when starting the business? Like you might have thought, okay, this might be a little bit tough, I can manage it. But then once you're on ground and you have salaries to pay,
Exactly.
Lot of
business
headaches.
is down. So
That headache still I have.
No, did you ever think of like
Yeah.
how was that struggle time?
Struggling time, I told you, right? It was like parents' prayers or Almighty's blessings or someone's luck within the team. A carpenter or a helper. Someone's
that might
luck.
be the case, definitely.
Okay. Because we are paying on time. Until now we are paying on time. There was like that headache first or second month. Third month, I didn't have that runway, but automatically it happened.
Like it clicked somewhere.
It clicked because I still remember first site of ours, 3 days I was on site. That site was in Red Sea Mall. It's in Jeddah. I still remember we were like going to the car in the morning, brushing our teeth, because working hours there it is in the night. During the day, some silent work with the hoardings and everything. So I still, there was struggle. There was struggle. Nothing was
Did
easy.
you ever feel like, okay, I shouldn't have done this. Maybe I would have been better off in the company itself, stable income, something like that.
That point,
Still, I don't believe in that.
still, what are the struggle it is you like this?
No, because of the struggle, whatever I am today, I am. Right?
Yeah.
And I never believed initially also that I have to be this 9 to 6 person.
You never had that thing in your
No,
head,
never.
head at all.
No, never.
Okay, so even when you were doing your architecture also,
Mm.
so you never thought, okay, I'll be working full time now.
Soon after architecture also, it was practicing how it was, right? I opened up a company in Bangalore.
Opened up.
Then it's
And my senior was working in Bangalore.
Okay.
I called him, let's open up a company.
In Bangalore.
Bangalore.
Okay.
So with this experience and my, I wanted to have business, right? With that, I was getting internship from him. Plus I had a business.
In Bangalore itself. Right after this.
Yeah, right after that.
So it
Studies.
started after college itself.
Exactly.
it was always there.
And I was doing this multi-level marketing also when I was in Bangalore.
Multi-level in the sense it's like
You had that RMP, Clean
ha,
India and all those things, introduce people and everything.
it's like a
Network.
Networking.
Exactly. That time it was famous.
Yeah,
I know.
trended.
It was
A lot of things were there.
Yeah. And I was a key person in Manipal for that. I used to earn a lot during my studies even.
I believe that Dubai guy was also into that, no? What was his name? Barry Mail have you met?
Hidayat Tadur.
Not Hidayat Abdul.
The lawyer.
No, the guy who invited us.
Yeah, I forgot his name.
Yeah, he was also speaking about the same, regarding the same era. That was also his entrepreneurial.
It started.
yeah.
But
beginning.
that was a mess actually. Later on we
He
came to
realized
know.
that this is not what it seemed like.
Exactly.
I want to know actually more about you have 400 employees right now, right? Like, are they more from Bangalore or how is it?
No, operational wise, many are from Bangalore.
Okay.
Apart from that, if you have to say about India, it's from Kerala. That's it.
Kerala.
Okay. Production team wise, I have many Nepalis, Bangladesh, Pakistanis. Yeah.
So how is it managing the employees? Because I have seen some videos for your birthday. I think they do a lot of grand celebration for your birthday. So I think, how do you maintain the relation? How do you balance it out that, we need to be the boss sometimes, we need to be close to them also. How do you balance that particular stage?
I'm super happy to have anyone under me to work. I don't never say that I'm a boss. I say I'm your team leader. And if they do mistakes, I correct that. And I say, you're doing mistake. That's the reason there is a manager above you. Otherwise, what is a role of the manager? Okay. So first thing, I'll catch hold of the manager.
Okay.
Not the guy who is in the grassroots level. Because they are uneducated and all those things.
They're a bit naive, I believe.
Exactly. So, as soon as I go to my factory, it is like Salam Alaikum, Namaskar, and all those things. I sit with them, I speak how was their families and everything. And they will tell about their issues. If it is in my boundary, I try and sort it out. That's how, now anyone comes back from Nepal, Bangladesh, or Sri Lanka, or Pakistan, it's like they get clothes for me. They get sweets for me. It's just like that. The relationship is very good.
So one more question I had to add here. So we have met entrepreneurs in different levels, especially in GCC. We observe that, the teammates, when they get close to you all, they try to copy the business. When they know entirely the business concept, they try to start something new.
Especially,
Couple of
I
areas.
believe Mangaloreans, I believe. The same.
Let's not put Bangalore over there. The big.
It's everywhere.
So, did you ever face such situations, or how do you tackle it?
I ignore it.
So they have employees who have started the business.
There are.
They have taken your clients.
See, I'm a person who closes his eyes. It is just not that they can, suck my blood. When it happens, then I'll have to also, act on it. So, good question you have asked, and this message should go.
True.
There is a limit for everything. I have taught my team only one thing: whatever it is, go with ethics.
That's the fundamental.
I believe
Yeah.
that's the first thing you started off.
Exactly. And I always tell them that without these ethics, if you go to some other company or you start anything new, they will always scold me, who was your boss? Did your boss teach you? So most of my employees are like my friends. Not like my friends, they are my friends. Okay, one or two
Might have.
might have, and they have the liberty to elevate in their life. Let them start, but they shouldn't burn my house as well.
True.
True, right?
Different path.
I believe sometimes you just can't control it. It's just.
One more question I had actually. The thing is, I think I had seen one of your old video, I guess. I think it was in Kashmir, if I'm not wrong. You're talking about.
Bharat Jodo
Yeah,
Yatra.
Bharat Jodo
Ah,
Yatra. Could you tell me about that?
Yeah,
How did
you
that
had
go?
a short stint with the Youth Congress or something.
It's not like that. When I was small, like my family was connected to JDS. Back then, JDS was
Interesting.
very strong.
In Dakshin
Okay.
Kannada.
Everywhere. My grandma's brother, his name is Aziz Malar. He was a Jilla Panchayat member and he was doing very good then. So when we were small, I used to go behind them and everything. Then it so happened that I thought like I have to go and be in some other political party. It so happened when I was in Manipal, I was representing all the parties.
Huh?
Any parties used to have their rallies or anything, they used to come to me. That bring your students and everything.
So you used to be a student leader.
Exactly.
So you were a leader from school itself, from college itself.
Exactly.
I believe that.
Unanimously first elected president of the college
Oh.
without like any opponents.
Huh?
That was me.
In Manipal.
Yes, exactly. Rotary Club was injected by me in the university, and then it so happened like it went on. Then I went to abroad. I was busy with my business and whatever. It was like 2018 election, if I'm not wrong. Someone came to me of a different party and they were like trying to inject their ideology in my head. But then I got triggered. It so happened we invited UT Khader Saab, Moideen Bawa. He was a
MLA.
sitting MLA then.
Yeah, 2018.
And we had a massive gathering. It was like gathering of more than 1,000 people
Really?
in Saudi,
Saudi.
in Jeddah.
Okay.
So you initiated this.
Exactly. So banners, buntings and everything was bought from India.
Oh.
We made them feel that they are in India. Like it was like a community, Mangaloreans gathering.
In Jeddah.
So from there it started. It was a stage program, with all Jaikaras and everything. They themselves are asking, are we in like Ullal or something like that?
Krishnapura.
Krishnapura. That was the thing. So I told, this is Jeddah. Then from there, I was called the arriving Saudi Arabian president and everything. It went on. Then there was a visit of Rahul Gandhi in UAE, Dubai. That is where I met Dr. Aarti Krishna. So politically I can tell she gives me a lot of guidance.
Dr. Aarti Krishna is
She is a MLA,
Okay.
MLC right now.
Okay.
Okay, she is holding many positions inside the party.
Okay.
As of now, she is the lady for any Rahul Gandhiji's foreign visits. I can say she is the guide.
Okay, where to go?
She
how to-
plans everything and she accompanies him.
And she's from
She is from actually Chikmagalur.
Chikmagalur.
Okay. She was in United States for many years, like in the embassy. So she's got connections with the high command and everything. So I'm happy that she has come back to
Karnataka.
Karnataka politics, which she doesn't deserve. She deserves national level. Okay. Maybe if Congress comes to the power, she'll be the foreign minister or something. Yeah, because she solves problems, overseas problems like anything.
Immediately.
Yeah, immediately.
So you met her in Dubai and then
Yeah, I met her in Dubai, fought with her for not letting me meet Rahul Gandhi. She told me
That
before
was initial, contact.
couple of weeks back. She told me that she was telling her secretary, "Do you know how me and Shakeel became close to each other?" He was asking how. He came and fought with me in front of everyone, in front of the public.
So you want to meet Rahul Gandhi?
I wanted to meet, wish, and everything, but Rahul Gandhi had some other meeting. He went off. That is where I got angry and I started fighting with her. That's how I am.
That's how you are.
Yeah, you wanted to know, no? If someone loves me, I love them more than anything. If I have to do something for someone, I'll do it for at any extent. I do it. If I'm angry, I speak out. I don't keep anything in mind and heart. So that is how it went on. Then I got a position in Karnataka as KPCC Minority Vice President of the state.
Okay.
Okay.
But you used to be in Saudi?
No, more I used to spend. Even now I'm spending more time in India.
Okay. You used
It's
to
all
be up and down.
autopilot.
Yeah, it's almost autopilot, I can say. I want it to happen.
Okay.
So then I was holding this position for 1.5 years. I visited a lot of, since I was a minority vice president, I visited almost all the institutions, minority institutions in Dakshina Kannada or Udupi or any other districts. So after 1.5 years, my position got, there was a new minority president in Karnataka. So the whole thing was diluted. They wanted me to become once again, but I told no, let's see, later.
Then you slowly moved away, or
Slowly moved away, not from the party, from the positions,
Position.
from holding from the party.
you thought maybe your time is better invested in business and then
Yeah,
charity?
Exactly. But nevertheless, it's,
Takdeer.
anytime.
I think you mentioned about Utikadar. Just want to add on that point. We have seen you close to Iftikhar and Utikadar. How is it related? Could you tell us
See,
more?
UT Kadir sir and Dr. Iftikhar, both are from the same constituency where I belong to. And both are very supportive. They guide a lot. And they come from a political family which is having 50 years of, political experience. So, in Kannada you say, that Jnana Bandara of politics, they have that. So it is always good under their guidance and everything, which I'm doing. They're guiding me a lot in whatever I'm doing. So relationship is very good, and even the Kirat function, which was held recently, Dr. Iftikhar is my close friend also. He guided me a lot about it. Anything and everything, I have that guidance. I call them and ask.
So I believe we have good community leaders and members to support each other, especially in Beri community,
Yes.
in all fields, right?
But I feel there is some gap in this. Yesterday I visited 3 institutions, again minority institutions. So I was just telling them that with minority institutions, in the sense, there is spiritual studies also, and the state board syllabus.
Yes.
Even there, it's going on together parallelly.
Parallelly.
But I was telling them, if you just want to become a masjid's imam, studying all these years, don't do this. Don't sacrifice so much. Because normally, with normal studies also, you can become a masjid imam. But we want a leader who has the spiritual knowledge also.
Also, equip
With whatever is happening in the society. Okay? We want such leaders. If just I can go back, Prophet ﷺ was from a good family background. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. He sat in the mimbar and he was ruling the entire world, right?
True.
Okay. Right now, if someone is into spiritual thing, wearing a cap, it's called as a, whatever. And even they don't even bring them together. But the universities which I went yesterday, I don't want to name them, good children studying with good vocabulary. They had this, they were speaking good English. They know what is science. They know what is ISRO. They were guiding me. How to hack. They were telling me.
So they have the knowledge.
They have the knowledge, but they have to be guided.
So you believe that right guidance is missing, or
Guidance is missing. Because whatever management, they always focus on building classrooms, raising the floors, giving them a canteen,
Raising
putting
the
up the AC. No one is interacting with the students.
how it is going?
Yes,
That's the core actually.
exactly. You should interact with the students. So I randomly went. It was a surprise visit to one of the institution.
Do you usually go like this, or
Depends on my mood.
just to check like how is everything going on?
The whole lecturer, management, everyone was surprised. They came to me. It was evening 4:30 or something. I said, I didn't come to speak to you. I want the children. I just went to the children and I started communicating, asking. I spent 2 hours there. So I feel this gap has to be filled somehow. It is your responsibility as well and mine also.
Are you associated with these institutions?
If I am not associated, they associate me.
Okay.
It's like that. And once they call me,
You get associated.
exactly, then I get attached.
That's good in one way, where you can have a good interaction, like what is actually going on with the students and stuff like that.
Exactly.
So you pointed out at this gap. What other things you think Bahari community as whole is missing or should be doing, which we are not doing?
See, Bahari community is the smartest community, one of the smartest community. I always say that I'm a Bahari Tulua. Because in the age of 4, I learned Tulu. Okay, and you can, if you have gone back to my speech and everything, if it is in local, I speak much in Bahari or Tulu.
Tulu.
Because we have to represent our language.
Culture.
Yeah.
So, Bahari community, nothing is missing. Only thing which I told is a proper spiritual leader who will come into the political limelight.
Limelight.
Okay, that is one thing. And second thing is you should not have that hatredness. I see that happening in our community. If someone is growing, it happens in every community.
Correct.
But since we are from the community, we face it.
Feel a little bit more jealous.
Okay, so if someone pulls my leg, I tell pull more. It's fun.
Fun seeing.
No fun seeing, because until when you will pull his leg or something. But it's good. The community is good. And right now, people are, more matured than before.
There is another thing that, since we are speaking about the community aspect, like I am an engineer. So right after I graduated, most of my friends, they are Bahris itself. They are all in Saudi now. So you try to find jobs over here. You don't find. Then eventually he knows that I'll get a visa, then I'll go, then I'll work.
Exactly.
So is that a good thing that we are doing, or should we be focusing on India itself? Or
My perspective is, if you want to do a job, overseas is best because you're getting paid more. Surprisingly, in construction, the helper who is helping is getting monthly around 30,000-35,000 salary. The software engineer who is just graduated will get paid only 15,000
15-20 max.
max. Okay, that's the reason they move out. And we always blame the government. Whom to blame? From initial level, from 1947 to until now, there are various governments, including Congress also, to be blamed. I'm from that party. Let them criticize me. I don't care. But
it is
everyone,
what it is.
the society is like that. The country is like that. Which actually, youth like you and me, we have to change the entire thought process. And once you enter this thought process and into the process, they will put you down.
Because you are
It is coming in this way, let it go in that way. Chalta hai attitude. In that perspective, yes, people go abroad. It's good. And business-wise, you can try many businesses in India.
India.
Of course, I believe in that.
But even in business aspects as well, like for example, my own uncle, like he was into production, F&B business, everything. Since a long time. In Baikamadi, he has his own factory. But he himself is moving to Saudi to invest in generators, stuff like that. Because it's somewhere stuck there in our head that you can make money over here. But when you invest your money there,
The returns are more.
the returns are 10 times more.
Okay.
So that one aspect is still there, I believe.
See, since how long you are in India? Since your birth?
Yes.
Have you done a business in Saudi or UAE?
I mean, we
You
have
have done, you have seen your uncle and every brothers or anyone doing it. You have heard about the success stories.
Yes.
You have not heard about the failures. I didn't tell you not to do a business in Saudi and Dubai. Do it. But there is equal potential in terms of business in India as well. Okay. For example, if I have a business in Saudi, I want to expand it and I'm seeking for investment. Okay. So an example, I'll call you, bro, there is a very good chance in India, like in Saudi, wherein I'm earning so much, you put your money, okay, you'll also earn so much. 80% of the cases, it is a failure. Whomever you have invested, it is with me also. Wherever you have, I have invested and there is no role of mine physically.
It's gone.
90% of the time, not 80, 90% of the time it is gone. My classmate, he wanted for investment for his brother. Since 1 year, no investment back, no returns back, no answering calls. So there are success stories also, there are failures also. You have to be intelligent. I've been fooled a lot of times. Right now I've thought, no more investing in anyone.
Especially with family and friends, I believe.
Exactly, because you lose your relationship.
True.
Very,
Everyone
very,
talks
very
about
careful.
Exactly. So you can go to Saudi, start business.
I'm
but
just asking you
but
the
it's
perspective.
my responsibility to tell you, because you are younger than me,
True.
okay, that there is scope in India for everything. You have to find the scope and do it. And wherever you are expert in, start your business with that. It's not that he's having some salon, he's producing some movie, or he's doing something else, he's earning money, let me do it. No.
Something you're expert in.
Yeah, start with that.
I mean, as you spoke about investment,
Hmm.
like you told that you are part of Shags. So how does gym came into a picture, like out of all other businesses?
Yeah, that's an interesting.
And I heard that even bodybuilding, your contribution for that community. I heard about that thing. So
You heard a lot of it, I believe. Any other things?
no, step by step.
Okay, it so happened, again, election time I have to go. It was like Mithun Rai was contesting for MP.
Yeah.
So I was wearing this white. That was my peak time. I started my political thing, no? So
White
it is
kurta.
like 24 hours. I'm on the floor. Like, we were happy that a youth got a ticket and everything. That particular time, I had to go for a meeting. And in Kankanadi, a person called Ramiz was working there. So someone told me about him. Just try and support. He's from our community and everything. So I just went to his shop. He was working. He was working for some, apparels and everything.
Okay.
I randomly took some t-shirts. I told bill it. I asked, give me some discount. He told, what discount? Fixed rate. Okay. What's your dream? I asked. I want to be a bodybuilder, Mr. Asia. What's stopping you? Finance. Okay. He packed. I paid the bill. I had my checkbook in pocket. I took the checkbook and gave one amount. I told, Bismillah, keep it. Start. He's asking, why are you giving me? Who are you? You need not know. You just start, I told. Then at least can I take a picture with you? Okay, take it, I told. He took a selfie and then he took my number. Then he was in connection with me. It so happened he got himself trained and he went to Singapore or Malaysia, I don't remember. Singapore. And he became Mr. Asia. He won the title. Then he came back. He was earning a small, salary. I told him, see, right now I've held your hands. I should see you should grow. With this title, I don't want you to stay here and work.
Continue the same thing. Yeah.
Let's do some business. You're good at gym, right? We'll put up a gym. He was nervous. Then we came up with a gym near Clock Tower, Muscle Zone.
Yeah, I've been there.
You've been there?
Yeah, I've been there.
Then due to certain issues, after Shacks was opened,
Huh.
that was closed with building owners issue and everything. But then we had this setup of Shacks.
So does a shags mean Shakeel and Rami?
It's not my wife, dude. My short name, a client of mine used to call me Shacks in Saudi.
Or it's a nickname then?
It's my
Shacks.
nickname, yeah. So my friends started calling me Shacks, close friends. Ramesh knew this. So he wanted to open the gym in my name, Shacks.
Oh, that's. That's
So it's called Shacks Fitness Club. It's actually, bizarre. So certain people call it shucks. Certain people sex. So it goes on like that.
okay. Now people have to know how to pronounce it now.
Yeah, it's Shacks
It's Shacks.
Fitness Club.
Yes.
So what,
Pronounce it.
shags. So what about the bodybuilding community? I mean, I recently saw a story, I guess. You were the judge there and...
I was not a judge. I
You were
was a
judge.
guest.
You were the guest.
Ah.
Okay, I think you were the guest and they posted that, forever supporter of bodybuilding community, something like that. What is the story behind it? I want to know.
People will say I'm a supporter of cricket, football, kabaddi,
So-
everything.
Okay.
They ask for sponsor, I give them.
So it's responsible because of
It's not only that. It's not only that.
Maybe
Even
a
during this
relationship.
COVID time, Ramesh approached me. Like every industry, people are supporting them with food kits or whatever assistance or medicine or something. So bodybuilding community, no one is concentrating. So I told him, identify people. Let's secretly give them some food ration kits and everything because
They have to.
they cannot come in front. This middle class, lower middle class
Very different.
family.
Very different.
So he identified, he bought a list. He just messaged me with the list. So we used to provide them ration kits, medicine, whatever. So that community likes me also. And haters will be in every community. I don't know. I don't care. So that's the reason you saw that post, I believe.
Are you into fitness or sports yourself?
Shaq's Fitness Club, I guess it's 5 years now. So just for the sake of one reel, I went and let's dump. That's it.
I mean, you look fit though. You can easily pass.
sports,
I used to play. Nothing.
college time.
Yeah, college time.
Tell me about your Manipal life, architecture. How was it? How was Manipal?
So
How
up
did
and
it
down or
shape you?
Up and down. No, not
Stay.
up and down. It was 1 month up and down.
Okay.
Then my mom, she only got, how will you manage this?
that's
Morning 5 o'clock, 5:30 I used to go from Derlagatte. First bus to State Bank. From there was a bus called HMT. From there to Manipal. Go to the class. Then finish by 5. Reach home by 9. It was that schedule. So 1 month it went on. Then, I was a very shy kid during my school days and everything.
We can never tell.
I was a very shy kid. They used to bully me and everything in the class.
Till PU.
Till 10th I can say. Then I was very silent.
Okay.
Okay. All these my classmates, a few are doctors, pilots and everyone. Like
Where did you go for school?
Alotian. I'm an Alotian.
PU as well.
Oh yeah. Then what happened was, once I was put up in Manipal, there were hardly, out of 100 students in my class, 5 to 6 Kannadigas I can say. Mangalore, 2 or 3, I don't know, maybe. So I was with the NRIs, North Indians especially. That's how I started opening. And I was a localite, right? This
So you
North
had
Indians and NRIs facing any problem, they used to come with me like bhaiya.
I have a local guy.
I have a local.
So you're the local guy.
I was a local. And after that, I was bold enough for everything.
It changed. Manipal changed.
Change.
So I believe Manipal was a critical turning point.
Exactly.
It changed the introvert Shakeel to.
Extrovert.
Exactly.
And a leader.
Maybe. Yes, it is.
I mean, looking at you, we can never say that you were introvert or made fun of. That is.
So, I mean, to understand again, to working in Saudi and Dubai, so we have worked with multiple nationality leaders or maybe Arabs also, right? So how is it like? Because we heard different stories from different people.
Leaders.
Not leaders,
Business.
business leaders, you can say.
Mm.
So, wanted to understand How is it working with, like, how do they when you
Perceive.
perceive us or India? Because I heard a lot of my friends are talking about that, when you work with Arabs or other Europeans or
European.
someone like that, the way they treat Indians is quite different. Not say discriminate, quite different it is. Did you ever face that thing?
See, again, it depends on individual to individual.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe some of them, like maybe your uncle or even I have faced discrimination.
Okay.
Okay, but it's not with everyone. And now the mindset has completely changed. They are very welcoming, very welcoming. In UAE, though, I can say it is not even
Yeah.
0.0001%. In Saudi, it might be there now, but it used to be there earlier. But right now, the new leadership and everything the kingdom has, it's going on very smoothly. You can feel the difference in immigration itself.
Immigration.
So smooth. So smooth.
Like compared to 2012 and now, I believe you might have.
Asman Zameen ka farak.
Asman.
Yeah, true.
How is business operation different in UAE and Saudi? Like, is it rewarding in UAE or is it rewarding in Saudi?
Saudi anytime.
Saudi anytime.
Yeah, true.
Restrictions, I believe, is more.
You ask the business
Yeah,
perspective.
business
Yeah.
perspective.
Business means what? It ends up with money.
Correct.
Profit.
Right. Okay. So that, when you speak about that money, profit and everything, it is Saudi.
Saudi.
Okay, Dubai is competitive. I'm not telling there is no money in Dubai, but it is competitive.
What about the other regions in Gulf? Like, have you been involved in Bahrain or any other countries? Like,
I've been there for certain programs to meet my friends and everything, but I don't want to expand in any other GCC country as of now. What I am looking for, India and African countries.
African countries
Yes.
in particular.
Exactly.
Just
There's
so
something cooking. When it happens, I'll tell you.
Inshallah.
that, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Just so that viewers or anyone can know, like, what is happening in Saudi, UAE, like, what kind of opportunities are there? What kind of industries are going to boom in the next 5 or 10 years down the line?
So particularly common in Saudi and Dubai as of now is real estate, construction, interiors. And for me, it is always anywhere in the world is food industry, wherein I want to start something.
Food industry.
Yeah, food industry, especially in African countries or Saudi or in India as well. Since I do not have any experience about this, I am looking for a certain person who's having. One of my friend is having it, but he is not having faith on himself.
That I think you'll push.
I'm pushing. I'm trying to push. So, as I told initially, if you're an expert in something,
Try it here itself.
go anywhere. Okay. Saudi is a vast market. Okay, there is a lot of money inside Saudi. If you have to say GCC. See, when I said initially L'Oreal, Maybelline, Garnier, it's like a beauty product, cosmetics, right? Imagine 70% of entire GCC's turnover, 70% was in Saudi.
That huge.
That huge. 30% was UAE, Qatar, Bahrain, etc., etc. So Saudi, there is a lot of scope.
You can't ignore Saudi when you're coming to GCC, I believe.
Exactly.
So, what about businesses in Jubail, for example? How is it different from Riyadh or something like that? Because all job seekers typically go and end up in Jubail. I mean, it is a good thing.
Especially Bahri community.
Yeah,
We
Bahri
see a lot of going to Jubail.
Since you both are Baris, you are asking about Jubail. Okay. I can say it's a hub for Mangaloreans, especially Baris. If you go to drink a tea somewhere, in any like food joints or anywhere, you will at least find out of 10, 5 of them are Baris. Okay. So many are into this since there is a lot of petrochemical companies and all those things, Aramco, Sabek, etc., etc. This Baris initially have put that chap, that seal
That.
initially.
Uh,
Mashallah, expertise, Al-Muzain,
Al-Muzain.
Zakaria Bhai is like, I salute him for everything. Okay, he's supportive to the community. Even Sheikh Saab from expertise. He's also very supportive to the community. Because of their mentorship, so many of the Bahari people, they have started business.
True.
And they have guided them, given them business, especially expertise in Al Muzain.
They were the leaders, to be honest.
They are the leaders of the community.
It changed a lot of people's lives, definitely.
Exactly. And because of them, there is a representation of Bahris. Now you just asked a question that Bahris are being discriminated. These both are standing with the ambassadors, the crown prince, the prime ministers.
Prime Minister.
Exactly. So they are the reasons where our community is getting some recognition. They are not only the reason, there are many others. Maybe I have forgotten certain names, but they are two icons of Saudi Arabia in our community.
True. Very well deserved. Maybe 20, 30 years. I mean, expertise is how long?
15.
You should have a podcast with both of them.
Inshallah. Next.
Especially Zakaria Saab. He is very jovial.
We have
Very
met
jovial.
his son actually.
Yeah. Jubail. Zahir, right?
Zahir.
Zahir Zakir. So, I have also seen you traveling with your friends and stuff like that. So, do you have your friend circle from your childhood itself, or
Childhood friends are very few I can say. But I am such a person, now you are speaking to me. From today, you are my friends. It's just like that. So wherever I go, I make a lot of friends. Any city I go, I have friends there. But down the line right now, to say that the close circle, it's like a handful of them. Because the most of the backstabbing has happened because of friends only. Friends have done that. It might be happened with you
Yeah.
also. So I've kept it, very small circle. Very small
So
circle.
blacklist.
Yeah, that's
Blacklist.
it.
blacklist?
It's blacklist.
So you call us friends now. Can we call you Shags?
You can. You can call me Shaks. And it's like once I'm close to someone, I'm very close to someone. Once I find something negativity is going on, it's not blacklisting. It's just I stop calling, stop messaging them. It's just, how are you? I'm fine. That's it.
But they know that you're just distant.
They know. All my friends
But-
know.
but it's
Now
not
even
direct.
you know, right? It's like that. That's my first statement to anyone who becomes my friend. See, I see some negativity in you, then I openly distance from you. So it's like that. Everyone knows it.
You also traveled to China, I believe.
Yeah.
So is it for
Food? No.
is it for sightseeing? Is it for business, or what it is?
It is for business purpose because I feel once I started traveling to China, my business horizons and my mind has opened up in such a way that I can have various other sectors of business. So I'm working on it. It's not only me. I've made my team travel once for 2025 Canton Fair or 2024. I don't remember. I took a team of 11 members.
11.
Yeah, from Saudi and Dubai. My teammates.
Core team.
Core team.
Core team.
It's not only core team. It's like if I find a storekeeper
Okay.
who knows that material, when he touches the material, he knows it. I've taken them also. So second time, third time, I've taken many times the team, and even I've traveled 4 or 5
So was
times.
it rewarding, traveling all
It
the
is rewarding.
Yeah.
It is rewarding.
Do you travel often in other countries? Are you a traveler?
Yeah, I travel.
Travel.
I travel a lot.
Travel a lot.
Yeah, I travel a lot.
So does traveling help you understand business or opportunities?
People say when you travel, your mindset,
Exactly. But you need to meet people also.
you need
You need to meet people,
People, yeah.
new
Okay.
people, understand them, interact with them. That is how it works, right? Now, most of my friends who are there right now with me, I've met them because of traveling.
Traveling itself.
Yeah, exactly. You have traveled to Bangalore, I've traveled to... If we meet each other in Bangalore, it's not Bangalore, right? We become friends there. I have friends in China now. The friends whom I told you, my close circle. One of my friend, I met him in Rahul Gandhi's visit in Dubai. He is very close to me, Sanad, you can say. So he was there for entire month of January, just for the Kirat
Kirat
preparations.
Okay.
So such people I have.
So what do you do when you're free? Like, do you have any recreation, hobby, or just so that you can just relax your mind or stuff?
Nothing like that. I don't want to sit free. I'll be doing something or the other. It's not like reading books. No, I don't read. I don't have patience. Okay, or I will not wear goggles or all those things and go somewhere for trekking and all those things. No, nothing like that. No swimming, no bungee jumping. Something like that. It is like I'm going with the flow. I don't know
No
how
paddle.
it goes. No, nothing. No sports activities. Either if I'm there in India, some social activities or some functions. Or if I'm in Saudi and Dubai, done. Dusted. Work. Morning to night. I don't go here and there. If I'm there in Saudi and Dubai, it's like morning if I go to my office, until night I'm in the office, I come back home. So that's the routine. So if I'm in India, I take my key out. I don't want to, disturb them at the late nights because I'll be roaming around here and there. So it's like
Come
that.
back home.
Do you ride bikes or anything like that? Or
I used to.
no?
I used to.
No.
No.
Maybe a
Sad
long
part.
ride to.
I actually want to go, but I don't want to. Confused.
Okay. So, do you have any piece of advice to the youth? Let's say.
Especially like the young ones who plan to start a business.
Now the youth started advising the elders. Yes or
Who
no?
are these youths?
You advise me.
Oh, like
One
that.
advice
Okay,
each.
okay.
You give it to the youth now.
We give it to you all.
No, give. I want to hear because usually you guys take an advice. So I want to listen to one advice each.
Okay. My advice would be to listen to people who have actually done things in various different fields. Talk to them.
Most
socialize
of
with
them will say fake things to you. What is written in the book or some quotes from Google or something like that.
But there are times where they might be a mentor also because
Exactly.
For example, we have a client.
I
of
told you, Zamir
Yeah.
Abdul Rahman, who's in Canada.
The first
Salute.
person.
That was my turning point and everything. Now continue.
Yeah, for example, we had a client, Abdullah, APD.
Yeah.
So we just started the agency and then he was a client. But right now we are in such a relationship that whenever we have any business kind of queries or anything like that, we don't go to him as a client. We go him as a mentor-mentee relation. Kind of
Exactly.
thing. So that things kind of helps us, like how to do this, how to do that, stuff like that. So I think that kind of relationship you should have when you get into business. And second thing I would say is ethics. I'm a person who values ethics more.
You copied
than
me.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
I love to be copied.
Definitely not. This is my
Art
statement
of
as
copy.
well. Because I believe, money you can make, but what use is that money if there is no barakat or anything,
It's very true.
So that
See,
is-
piece of advice what I would like to give to the youth or anyone. It's not youth. Advice anyone can take, right? I can take it from you
Yeah,
and you can
correct.
take it from me. Don't go behind fast money. Okay? I'm not telling that not to have fast money. You should have. See, it's a process again. If you go behind doing something wrong, non-ethically, I don't know. There are people who are having this non-ethical money since their grandfather and everything. There are certain people whom you can see as of now in the market as well. They have downfall and everything. Don't go behind fast money. And as you said, as I said, you copied. Have ethics. Have ethics.
Fundamental.
That's true.
And hold hands of the people.
Support each other.
Support each other. That's it. You
Shouldn't
don't
see him as a rival.
Yeah, it is like that because if you're not the one who started that particular kind of business, right? Before you came into the market, there were thousands doing the same. Thousands are going to come again. All these are competitors, but don't focus on your competitors. See how will you do the best.
That's true. But growing together, basically, you say, right?
That doesn't happen actually.
Yeah. It has to happen.
It should happen.
It should happen. That healthy competition where
Exactly.
your competitors can work together in some projects. Not that.
I believe the right word should be that you shouldn't be envious of the other when he is having the limelight or stuff like that.
Exactly.
The other question I might add into is there is a quest of studies, like you have to study, but there are some people who want to start business earlier. So where do we fit in the equation of, like, should you actually concentrate on your studies or should you do something in the business?
See, if I have to just impress the public, I would say that study well, get all the degrees and everything.
Yes.
Okay, but my perspective, if you like it, take it. I'm telling everyone, if you like it, take it. If you don't like it, just drop it off. A basic education is always important. Okay, why? Because that is your foundation. It doesn't mean that that with that education you will do everything. Now you can see doctors having a lot of business. They're not practicing.
true.
You can see me, I'm an architect. I'm not practicing. Okay, you see uneducated people who are the CEOs and the owners of the companies who are having architects, who are having doctors under them, and all those things. It's always you have to have that quench within yourself to do something.
And then
Okay,
decide.
education is important, equally important. But I'm not telling that if a kid doesn't want, he's just getting like 20, he's failing in his exams, you're pushing him. Rather than having that, what do you say that, like from ancestral thing, mera beta engineer banega, mera beta surgeon banega, and all those things. Where he is good at, let it happen. I have a friend of mine who is into wildlife photography in National Geography channel.
That's a niche.
Okay, and his family, they are millionaires. Okay, but he went behind the interest, and right now he's doing so good.
But that comes also, one point is that, people who have like such kind of background, they can take the risk of choosing something like that. But people who come in that financial struggle, they find very difficult. I mean, just to want to understand,
So if your passion is true,
you can go forward.
you will achieve it. And my first statement, beg, borrow, steal or hang yourself.
You have to get it done.
Samadhana dand bhed. If you have all these things, in your practices, you will achieve it somehow.
Nice motto that you have.
I feel that, the circle, who you are with matters a lot because, the dreams, maybe how big they dream, it helps you dream bigger.
Exactly.
The friends you have, maybe with Dean also, maybe with something else also. The circle always matters. So,
Yeah, I believe in that. Your circle matters a lot. And people say that, I don't know, someone said me, that whenever you are having talks or friends or anything, sit with someone who is one step ahead from you.
True.
It is true, but I cannot divorce my friend who is behind me also. No,
correct, you can't do that.
cannot do that.
Just because they didn't achieve.
Yeah.
There are certain things on books as quotes and everything. We have to, read that, and wherever
Understand.
you feel to implement in your life, implement. Wherever delete it. My policy is,
Correct.
that.
Depending on that, you apply it.
Exactly.
Because they say, you shouldn't be the smartest in the circle. Then you
But
are-
try to be one.
Right?
Yeah, I believe in that.
Because the like Sawat said, like since talking to you itself, we got a broad horizon of how the business should be and stuff like that. But if we didn't talk to you, maybe we wouldn't dream that much. So that actually impacts, I believe. Talking
True
to
that. And one more thing I want to add on. Like paisa bolta hai. Seriously, when I didn't have money, so much money with me, when I was working or something, the respect what I have now, I didn't have then. People used to just ignore me when I was just walking. Now they stand up, salam, they come to me, and they're the same people. It's not with everyone again, just to balance the crowd. But mostly I've realized that, like in society, it's not only your name. If you have that background with money, people start respecting you more.
Money speaks.
It speaks, I believe. Don't you?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. Because money is also important to actually have a change in society as well. Like
Exactly, that is there.
You need.
So you need money. It's a moving tool. So it's not a bad thing because some people have it in their mind that making money you will be only capitalistic. You wouldn't care about anyone else. But that's not true in all the
Very
places.
true.
I mean, you also have your charitable institution and then the Kirat thing. So I believe if you didn't make this money, you couldn't have done that.
Yeah, very
I
true.
mean,
So that kind of thing also should be there. That mentality should be there of making money.
That is you making money and you are doing things. I am speaking the respect in the society.
Society.
Yeah, it's true.
it speaks.
That's
It's a different aspect.
I mean, it might be true in families as well. Within the
Very
family, within the family, you can.
And
do it.
everything-
Hate me for
everyone is
that.
experienced.
Not my immediate family.
Correct.
Not my immediate family. Immediate family, my
Yeah.
brother, sister,
How many siblings do you have?
3. Eldest one is the brother. He is the one who supported me a lot during my education. Okay. And my sister, always emotional. And third one, a spoiled kid, as they used to call. That's me,
Oh,
So you're the youngest.
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 And your father, was he into business or?
No. He, as you said, he also went to Bahrain long years ago.
Okay.
He was working there. Now he's retired. He's at home. Superb.
Bindas.
Bindas.
Yeah, we'll go with the rapid fire questions, no?
Yes.
Come on.
Final. Right.
So
Fast. Okay, rapid.
1 second. Yeah.
You answer questions.
So degrees or skill, which do you think matters more?
Skill.
India or Gulf?
India, anytime.
Charity or business, which is harder?
Business.
One habit you never skip.
I don't want to say.
Biggest mistake entrepreneurs make.
Overthinking.
One thing youth should quit immediately.
Drugs.
One thing donors must always ask before donating.
Purpose in core level.
Yes, I think. Yeah.
None?
Yes.
Abbe.
You answered immediately, and the answer was yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Shakeel, and I believe the youth and
I was Mr. before, now doctor.
sorry.
I'm going to call Shags, friends.
Really.
I'm also going to stick with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, Shags. So we got a lot of insights from you. I believe the community, the youth, or anyone watching it might understand and implement in their life and bring success in their life, inshallah. And you also, I wish the same for you as well.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us and spending time with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.